Welcome to Box Wine Therapy, where the wine is cheap and the therapy's priceless.
We're two best friends, a couple of moms, and professional oversharers here to spill the wine and real life. I'm Kayla.
I'm Hannah.
Now let's get it started.
Welcome back, everybody, to Box Wine Therapy. We are back for part 2 with old Mel here. Now we're getting to the nitty-gritty, the fun stuff, the celebrity scoop, the dish, the gossip.
I'm so excited.
The tea.
I used to do a segment called The Tea.
Oh,
and it was like,
welcome.
ding, ding, ding. It was this Bridgerton thing. Back to, you were like, what's a segment? But I actually
Yeah.
kind of hated doing that segment.
Well,
I'm not really, I'm not
today.
really a pop culture girly. I'm kind of like, why does anybody give a shit? Like, I don't,
Yeah.
some of it, you like to see from afar, but I'm not one of those people that's like,
I don't like dive in and keep diving in.
with like actual actors and celebrities and stuff.
Yeah, like I listen to
either.
The Toast. They're one of my favorite podcasts because they're a
Okay.
daily one. And at work, I like to have my one podcast a day that I for sure listen to every day, and it's that one.
It's kind of like the news because they give you the little update. It's like what you need to know.
Little bite sizes of
They
it,
call
not
it
like
the
in the
Fast Five.
detailed where I'm like
Yeah.
stalking the celebrity that I'm
The
getting
fast 5 things you need to know. And they
Yeah,
get
okay,
annoyed if
that's fine.
something comes up too many times. They're like, listen, we're not talking about her one more time. We don't give a fuck.
That's my speed. I
Yeah,
can get on board with that. I'm like, I don't go
need
deep
a podcast
dive.
every single day about the Blake Lively drama. Okay?
Like
I don't care.
friends or coworkers ask me, and I'm like, I don't know, I don't watch that, or I don't watch
Right.
The Bachelorette or anything. Like
Okay.
I hate those shows. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I know.
I
So
stopped after a long time. I stopped after a long time, but now that Taylor Frankie, do you watch Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
I have no idea.
Best reality show you've ever watched.
Yeah, like really.
And
Oh,
it's real.
I know, like the crazy mom. That's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
on TikTok or
Taylor
whatever.
Frankie Paul. And
Yeah,
the one
I
who's
know
gonna be
of her,
Bachelorette,
but like,
so I
whatever.
will rewatch for that.
I did see that, but I'm like, oh,
Okay,
boy,
now
here we go.
even Rusty loves
It's gonna
Secret
be
Lives. Like, the show is so good. Like, this is just nuts.
I'm a landman, like Yellowstone
so
girl.
yes.
I got to stay
I
at
showed
the
her your-
Yellowstone.
I showed her
Ranch.
your pictures today. She goes, "Oh,
I've
it
been
looks just
in-
like Beth."
I've been in the tub.
That's what she said.
Me and my girl, it was a girls trip. It was the best girls trip I've ever been on. But
That's so.
I got like invited last minute. Thank you, Whitney. You're the best. I'll never forget that. And Stephanie was like, let's see if Mel wants to go. And I'm like, yes, I do. I'm obsessed with that
Never
show.
ask me again.
Yeah,
Yes.
y'all can call me Mel Dutton. My chocolate felt's in the car.
I love it. So how
Anyways.
is the house like furnished like it was in the show?
Yeah. So like the actual ranch owners live there. I was surprised. Shane, and I can't think of his wife's name. They were the nicest people, and they were there. So, the husband, he like took us on a tour like through the bunkhouse, and they had kept everything identical because they said
Cool.
super fans notice when stuff's out of the way.
Yeah.
Even in the bunkhouse, which is almost like this frat cowboy house, where
Yeah.
there's cigarettes and original Coors bottles, and that was super cool. And they had stuff like draped over, getting ready for shooting. But that family like lives in that house, so we didn't get to go upstairs, but we were in like the big great room, like the living room, the kitchen, where some of those scenes were. So we got to really like see a lot of.
They're like, and
the
this is where
places.
Beth and Rip screwed on top of the dresser.
We
It's our
didn't-
kids' room,
we didn't-
actually.
We didn't get to see. We didn't go upstairs. We didn't get that intimate, but we did get to go to a lot of really cool places, and they were so nice and chill. And like I felt terrible. This was already been like 3 years ago, but the wife was so nice, and she was like helping us because we all the girls wanted to do the photo shoot in the tub. Or whatever. Just, like, you got to like, but it is breathtaking there. It's so the actual ranch is called the Chief Joseph Ranch.
I follow it on Instagram.
Yeah, so you can go stay. I'm sure it's on a wait
Was
list at
this
this
a paid
point.
brand trip, or did you guys
No,
pay to sit?
my friend Whitney had booked this, and like I said, I got added to the mix like late in the game, and I was like, seriously, yes, I'd love to come. So like I said, I'll forever be grateful for that trip because it was a really good, chill group of girls. We had a lot of fun exploring the ranch, in the barn and the arena. It's just gorgeous. Like the pictures the pictures are gorgeous of the land and the mountains and everything in the distance, but it's just like, wow, it's breathtaking in person. But
And it's not actually in Montana. It's in Utah, isn't it?
no,
Or-
it's
or is-
so some of the filming is done not in Montana, from my understanding, what they
Okay,
said.
but
But
this.
the Chief Joseph Ranch is in, I believe it's Darby, Montana.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, it's out there, like it is, but
Cool.
Because we got married in Montana and at Glacier National Park, and
okay,
so
it's another girls trip.
yeah.
But I love, that's beautiful.
So every time we watched Yellowstone or anything, we were just like, oh, bring us back.
yeah,
Oh, it's so beautiful.
I got annoying after that trip because I was like, I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been standing right there.
That's like Rusty watching Tin Cup. He has his tubok golf trip every year, and every year we have to watch Tin Cup before it
What is
because
Tin
it's
Cup? A movie?
yeah. Oh, don't ever tell Rusty you haven't seen that. I'm
You're
gonna get a
gonna
text.
hear this
I'm gonna get a text when he hears this. Tell Kayla she's got to come over this weekend, and I'm gonna make her watch Tin Cup. Oh my god, it's so good.
And she's gonna leave you. I'm like, I'll be back.
Oh gosh, and
I'm gonna go shopping. I'll be back.
yeah, it's got is it Kevin Costner?
I'm gonna see
Yes,
Kevin. Look,
it's
everybody
Kevin
wants
Costner.
Rip. Y'all, I want Kevin Costner.
Yeah, it's Kevin Costner.
I know he's dead now, but
No, he's not.
well, from the show.
Oh, I was like, no, he did not die.
John Dutton. I want
There you
John
go.
Dutton.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like he owns the ranch. Hello.
Right?
I'm like, and he's just hot. So
He
my fiance gets mad every time I say that. He's like,
That's so funny.
like he's like, I look like him too, okay?
he's like, you like old men. Yeah, that's why I'm marrying you. You're older than me.
But I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, he makes me watch Tin Cup every year because it's filmed at the resort that they play at. And every year,
It's gotta
babe, you see that?
pump
You see that
up.
mountain range over there? That's actually it's at. And I just looked at it
I
this last
know.
time, and he looks at me, and goes, "I haven't said these comments." I said, "In a whole year." I know. Go ahead. Go ahead. And he's like, "It's
one
now."
time a year. You
It's
get
now a
to-
bunch of houses. I said, I know, and it used to have cows on it.
So now you start
And
finishing
he's like,
sentences.
have you even seen this movie in whole? I said, how many years have we been together, sir? Absolutely. I said, and you watch it twice a year
I
minimum.
can recite it to
Yes.
you.
That's so
So
funny.
we have
I
to
tried
watch
to catch myself though. I'm like, okay, don't be annoying. But that was a cool trip.
But in case you guys want to know, I've been there.
Right? It was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. But that was such a fortunate thing where I just like, and I didn't even make me chip in to pay. Like, it was so
What?
nice. Like, I just had to
What?
pay for my flight because I wasn't working at the time. It was right before I took my job in Pensacola. So I was like, I really like don't have a lot of money to my name. So I probably shouldn't take this trip. But
Gosh,
I was like, but I'm
experiences.
about to start working, so it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And I like talked to my parents about it. Not that they like, well, I don't know, but it was like, can you watch my dog? And
Yeah.
I
Well,
really want to
and
go on
when you're
this.
not working and you're living with them or whatever, you got to
Well,
be
I
like,
was living in their RV.
yeah,
and,
living in
like,
their RV. You're
I'm
like,
still like kind of working at that wine bar, but like
I know I
I was
don't
like,
have
is
a ton
this
of money.
dumb? Like I know y'all are probably gonna yell at me for like
Spending money that I
yeah,
shouldn't,
yeah. Which I mean, fair point, but
but you only live once.
I haven't been in like, and like I said, I'm not a big pop culture person, so it's like I hadn't been into a show like that in so long.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you know what your cup reminds me of right now? And you being pregnant?
What?
When Bella is pregnant in Twilight.
Oh God,
and,
she drinks
and
the
she's
blood.
got to drink the blood from the styrofoam cup.
We should have put some
Ew,
food coloring in there for you.
Yeah. And I got the darker hair. now, too,
I'm
so-
like, oh.
Fortunately, it's like how
She's like,
past.
can't
There'll
have
be more
any
ones out of this
Yeah,
cup.
no.
That could be a great costume. Like, you just walk around pretending to drink blood.
Oh,
all
that'd
Yep.
be funny. I'm just really pale and gaunt
Yeah.
cheeks. Oh, that's brilliant. Brilliant.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
back to it. So,
Okay.
without naming names, unless you would like to name names.
I'll name some names. I'm saying that. I don't know what the question is.
I'm like, oh, okay.
I say that, but hold on. Let me let you ask your
Biggest asshole celebrity you've ever met.
Ooh.
And if you don't want to name, tell us the story of why they were the asshole.
And if it was in person or just like a radio.
Interview.
Interview.
Like, were they cocky? Were they just like,
You know, I think, especially in the country music world, truly, I'm trying to think. I'm like, nobody's been an asshole. Like, we're very fortunate in our genre of music. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like rap or pop world where people are like divas and they act all.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Actually, no, I just thought of one.
Yeah.
It was my first round of getting to do the interviews in Nashville, like the couple days leading up into the CMA Awards. And honestly, I liked her music leading up to that.
oh, it's a she.
And I don't do well around really like shy, introverted people. They freak me out.
Me too. Me too. I always think they're mean. I
Yeah.
think they're judging me.
So I tried to like give it the benefit of the doubt, but then I thought about it, I'm like, you can get on stage and entertain in front of hundreds of thousands of people. You can fake a damn interview and
Yeah.
pretend like you want to be here. It was almost rude. It was like she was just kind of acting like she didn't really want to be there. And to me, that's just like, you don't understand the power of country radio. And it was Maren Morris.
Oh, I was like, are you going to give us the name?
And it wasn't like she like,
Was it around her divorce? Like, can we give her
no,
benefit
it
of
was
that?
before her husband was with her. Maybe, I don't know if they were married yet. So this is like,
Okay.
you know,
But she just
4 years ago now.
okay.
But she just came across very, and I like afterwards, I was, when they left, I was like, man, like that just wasn't
Didn't feel good.
what I thought it was going to be. And it just seemed like she really didn't want to be here. And And that stunk a little bit because it's like, man, like I really I bought your music. Like this is all around the time I was like moving to Nashville and interning and stuff. And I was like, oh, this chick is cool. I liked her. Mercedes.
Yeah.
What is that song?
Anyway,
and I was digging on her, but then after that interview, I was like, man, like you could have still like just slightly faked it a little bit to pretend because it's also, so anyways, yeah, that was one that was like a little disappointing. I was like, man, you just seemed a little
stuck up.
And I tried to like give her the benefit of the doubt and like maybe she's just shy and like there are some artists that are, you would think like being able to sing and do all that, or I've met even like other radio personalities that you think like, oh, you're on the radio.
I've heard Kane Brown is painfully shy.
He has gotten better, but like, and he's nice. Like but like we did a lot of like backstage radio room stuff in Pensacola because they would all play the Wharf Amphitheater, which is in Orange Beach or whatever. So that was really cool. And that was the first time I got to meet him, but he was nice. Like, but you can tell he's just kind of like,
I'm not.
You could tell it was actual shyness and kind of like, I'm not really an extrovert. And I get it. Like, look, a lot of meet and greets are freaking awkward as hell. Like, even being the facilitator for like radio listeners, it's like, hey. And so it's really mainly at this point, it's become take the picture so you can brag about it on social media. But like, I've been in ones even here early in my career, Hurricane Harry's and on the bus, and like you're taking listeners and like, it's just awkward for everybody. Like even the people that are excited to meet them because you're like, you don't really know what to talk about.
Or do.
And they're excited to meet him and take a picture, but they get either like shy or nervous.
Like,
so
what do you say?
Yeah, but Kane was nice, and you could just tell he was just more like, I'm not a super bubbly out like in your face person.
Do you know who Caitlin Bristow is?
Who?
Caitlin Bristow.
Why do I know that name?
So she was a bachelorette at one point in time.
Okay.
She won Dancing with the Stars years ago.
Okay.
A couple years ago. And then she's a podcaster in Nashville. She was like one of the first, and she's big in podcasting.
So I've probably seen her.
But she being in Nashville and she gets to like do the CMA red carpet for people and interview people sometimes. And she was like, God, she was interviewing his wife last year, I think. And she goes, so can I tell you something? I interviewed Kane once and I thought he hated me. I thought it was the worst interview of my life. He hated me. This was so stupid. We should just like, she goes, I was like petrified because I was like, I never want to see him again. He hated me so bad.
Yeah.
And she goes, and then eventually one day I got to meet him again and she was like, sorry, I feel like you don't like me. Like, do you just not want to do this? He was like, I'm just really shy. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
and he's like,
but you can tell it's like.
And his wife was like, oh my God, do you know how many times I have to be like, resting bitch face, stop it.
That friend, you have to like.
Yeah, exactly. She was like, he's just so shy. Yeah. Like, he's just not an interview person.
And it's hard to understand that. And like I said, I still like, I try to give that Maren Morris the benefit of the doubt. And then,
I'm curious if either of them are a Capricorn.
Is that like a thing? Maybe.
That's what I am.
But I like, I'm like, okay, well, like,
I think
it is a thing, but there's some artists that are like people that are extremely, out like on stage or like when they're doing their thing, it's like they seem like they would be the most outgoing person you've ever met.
Person to hang out
and
with.
Then one-on-one they're like, this is weird. Like, so I will say I don't like get shy on a stage in front of like, I've been on stage at like Chili Fest or we brought on some artists at the Wharf and like there's a lot of people in that crowd. It's less intimidating when I've had to like
places,
speak.
Kayla. My neck is killing me from sure.
I'm like,
oh no, it's just
swivel.
I'm like, it's just fine. There, now I can lean this way and like, sorry.
It's less, I've been more nervous even in like, cause I talk in a room in radio or like you guys, you're not on a stage.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I get more nervous in a room of just like 20 people because it's, it's more intimate and people are really focused on you versus like, especially at concerts, like everybody's drunk and you can just say whatever and they're like, woo!
For singing, like karaoke wise and stuff.
Yeah.
If you right now were like, sing a song for me, I'd be like, no.
On the spot. Right.
Yeah, like absolutely not in front of two people. Are you nuts? Or if I would, I'd have to like turn around, sing to that area of the kitchen. So you can't
look at you.
But you put me in a bar with 100 people.
Right.
Hell yeah, I'm putting on a show,
baby. On some Spice Girls, like we're going.
Yeah, I'm like, I will get out an Adele ballad for you on stage with 100 people. But when I'm in a room and somebody goes, "Oh, you sing for me."
Right.
What the fuck? No, absolutely
also,
not.
I'm not a performing monkey.
Right. Or they'll be like, "Don't you want to be a singer?" I'm like,
she sings really well.
Oh yeah. When I try, I have a joke.
Unfortunately. Now you got
it. I sang for part of Brian on our way here from lunch.
I was like, Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
I rolled down the window when we were singing Me Too by Megan Trainor, and I was doing all the riffs.
Yeah.
And I shouted, I said, y'all didn't know Christina was here. I went for it, you know?
Yep.
I let her buck, so.
Okay, well, either we're gonna have to go karaoke together, or
I love karaoke.
you're gonna have to
Oh, do you
sing for
sing
me
too?
at some point. Oh,
Sing for me.
Okay, so you're gonna.
I was a
dip to
song
it.
spinner when I was 8, and we performed for a lot of
A
funeral
song
homes. Not
spinner?
funeral homes, sorry. Retirement homes.
Oh my
And it was great. They loved us, and like we had this like shirts that had spider webs and they were red and it said song spinner. So like I'm not awful, but
Is it the
I'll
choir?
do yeah, we were hand selected though. Like it was a
Ooh,
it was an
that's cool.
after school curricular thing.
Oh, that's cool.
But that I am not awful, but I'm not. I don't by any means think I'm a good singer. I like to interview the singers, you know?
I tried out for The Voice once and got a maybe.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Didn't get the call back, but I got a maybe.
But dude, I mean, you know how many people apply to that?
Dude, and the people in my group, like you go in with like 100,000 people for day 1, day 2, day 3, whatever. And you go in, you get
Awesome.
into this little room. There's 3 judges sitting at a table. Get up, sing 30 seconds and sit down. The clock starts now. Go.
That would be
And then you
very
stand up,
nerve-wracking.
sing, and they can look at you and go, one more verse. Or they can like just say, thank you, next.
Give you a little
Thank you,
hand.
next.
Yeah.
Yep. And they just sit there like
Because they got to filter through all of that.
fast faced. Yeah.
I say because there's so many people. So like the fact that you got maybe
And then
you're the shit. Like
there was
you're
there was a
good.
there
Like,
was a
you
gospel
are-
singer in there who gospel like so damn good. She brought me to church in that moment. It was so the best, probably one of the best voices I've ever heard. There was this like black man soul singer in there, and he had soul. And then there was a few other people, and every single person was phenomenal. And I got up and sang some Pistol Annies. I feel
Oh,
sin
yeah.
coming on. And yes, girl. And then
We could. Hey, there's 3 of us. We could go sing some karaoke.
Yeah.
We could find somewhere tonight. Is all I'm saying.
I am a backup singer.
where's my phone? Where's my phone?
Wait, can you sing really well too?
No.
She can and she tries. She just doesn't want to try.
And I always hold the microphone down here, and she always has to.
Don't
Yeah,
be shy. Don't be shy.
So during my bachelorette party, I wanted to karaoke. I was also 9 weeks pregnant.
Yeah.
And so Kayla drank for me.
Yeah.
She drank for me. It was good. Now I have to
I'm
find this.
excited. So is this like you weren't shy anymore? Were you really letting it out?
I mean,
When she's drunk, she's like, she's not shy.
I have a friend like that. It's like sober, she is so straight laced.
yeah.
How do I just find
Tipsy Jordan, we can convince her to do anything.
Yeah.
So I just got a
And
new
she'll
phone.
do it, and I love it. It's hilarious because she has like, but then you
She's
meet
got-
her when we're not drinking, and you're like, you're not the same person.
Yeah.
It's funny, like in a good way. Like she's
Yeah.
so much fun to do that with. But
Hold on.
She's gotten me to do 2 karaoke songs. We did the Carrie Underwood and Miranda Lambert. But I can't even think of what the song is right now.
I just got a new phone, so
Oh,
everything like reorganized.
oh, something bad.
Something
Yeah.
bad.
I know,
Oh,
we're
that's
like,
such a
it's
good
on the
one.
tip of my tongue.
We did that one, and then the one she's looking for, we did Misery Business by Paramore.
Okay.
So that was good. It's more kind of like a
Paramore's more like that punk rocky.
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of, yeah.
It was one from high school that we would jam to in the
Yeah.
car.
yeah.
I feel like y'all are a little bit younger than I am, I think. So Paramore was like a little after.
We're 35,
35.
turning 35.
Never mind, we're the same age. So, or you're maybe I've just always been a country girl.
Yeah.
Country music has been my number one. But I could gangster rap a little bit. You know.
Oh yeah, I'm a good Cardi B girl.
Oh.
I get full blown Cardi.
I just like doing that. Though.
Damn. Okay, I'm gonna have to find it later
Okay.
because
Well,
it's a
you're
new
gonna have
phone.
to send it to
It's a new
me.
phone, so it like moved all my albums, so I don't have albums anymore.
Ugh.
And I'm like, why? Why do I not have
Change?
albums?
At our age is starting to suck.
Right? I'm like,
Right?
I don't want to get a new like.
where are these
used to-
albums I used to have?
Used to, you couldn't wait to get a new phone, and
Yep.
now I'm like, I really don't have to get a new phone because I just everything's the way. I
Oh wait,
Mine is literally older than 3 years, and literally last night before we came here, no, the night before last, my phone won't charge on the like wireless thing. I had to plug it in and get it like a certain way, to finally charge, and I lost it. I was like a full
no.
panicky meltdown because like I can't just go away for the weekend and not have a phone. Like, what if this
Oh,
doesn't
well,
charge?
right, and, like-
whole thing. And then the realization of like, oh my god, like then I'm gonna have to get a new phone. We switched to Mint Mobile
Mhm.
like 6 months ago or whatever. So cheap
Yeah.
compared to like AT&T,
All this stuff,
Verizon.
yeah.
We love it, but you don't get upgrades for your phone.
You have to straight up buy a new phone.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
so I'm like,
And yeah, those are like
$1,000.
crazy expensive.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I
So,
found it.
Never fun.
yeah. So anyway,
On a
then
mission. Hannah's on a mission. And well, if it's a new phone, it doesn't have like all kinds of crazy like,
hey, don't
hey,
you have
look for
AI
this.
on there?
Yeah.
Couldn't you be like, hey, find this
Mm.
video from
Probably.
this date?
So funny.
Apparently. Okay, I'm gonna.
I will say, when y'all are talking about the singing thing, I again, not good at singing. I'll do it for fun. I don't think I'm terrible, but I have a slew. Now, it was like a thing, especially all these 90s country artists that we'd get to interview or like would come to town, especially in Florida. I'd like get to sing with them. Like during the interview, just like a little clip of stuff. I'm trying to think of like the amount of
That's
who
super-
all I've gotten to do that with. I've done it with like Alabama. Keith Anderson, y'all remember
Yeah.
him? He sang that song, Double XL.
Double X.
I got to sing that with him on stage at this little festival. It wasn't a big one.
Spring
But I
Monday,
I didn't think he was
yeah.
really going to bring me out on stage. And so then I kind of got like, just not remembering all the words. So I just like only knew the chorus, but I still played it off pretty well. But
Yeah.
that was a highlight as far as,
Oh,
so it was like my thing where it's like I'm doing like I'm like, if you want to take me on tour, just let me know. So it's like, was my thing is, can we just sing like a clip of your song together?
That's cool.
Cool. I don't know. There's a list of like the 90s ones that would like randomly pop through the Nashville interviews, like that CMA week. And it would like, I would get more excited about them than some of the newer artists.
Oh, yeah.
My go-to artists for karaoke are Miranda Lambert, Adele, and Tracy Chapman. So if that tells you
Ooh,
anything
that's-
about my voice,
Yeah. It's got, you have a little like rasp to it, like a tiny bit,
I can just
like a
belt.
little smoke.
So in high school, one of the girls that I like to sing with was Black, and her dad was a Black professor at a music college.
Oh,
It-
wow.
And so when she and I would get together to sing songs to do for like the talent shows, I'd come over and he'd be like, "All right, ladies, sing for me," and we'd sing, and we sang an Aretha Franklin song
Heck
once.
yeah. So
And-
soulful, like
yeah, and-
big, boisterous.
and we're
soulful.
singing for him, and I would get a little nervous in front of him, and
Yeah.
and all of a sudden he goes, hold on, stop, Hannah, ham it up. Aretha Franklin was not a skinny white chick. Do you understand me? And so then that quote stuck with us for life. And so every
Go
time
for
we'd
it.
see each other, she'd be like, Hannah, Aretha Franklin is not a skinny white chick. She'd be like, you get on that stage. I was like,
I love
yes,
that.
ma'am. And so
That was your pep talk.
yeah, that was my pep talk. And so before every performance she and I ever did, he'd be like, and who's
That is-
Aretha Franklin? I said, not a skinny white chick. For sure. So yeah, he'd be like, ham it up,
Amen.
give me soul, sing with the extra set of lungs. Let's go.
Give a little more.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Who is the most famous person you have their number in your phone?
Mm.
You had to have gotten somebody's number, girl, guy, whatever.
And then they're careful about that too, though. So like, I like know, like I have a lot more like management emails, and they like coordinate and set those like phone interviews up, or even like the in-person ones. Most famous person.
Or like talk to regularly, messenger wise.
Yeah, do you ever like DM with people?
Not really. I don't know. There's like an unspoken rule, because I've never wanted to seem like I'm too. There's a term for it in Nashville, and it's called Gherming, GHERM, and it's when like you kind of like you
Clout chaser,
fangirl, or
yeah.
like
Oh,
you just.
yeah.
It's like an unspoken rule there, especially like, I mean, you can be walking on the street and you like run into somebody, but like you should play it cool and give them their space. It's kind of like an unwritten there. It's supposed to have been. I feel like
If they
Nashville's
approach
changed a
you.
lot since I even lived there, but like
I've never
so
heard the term.
I've always like gotten in my head where I don't want them to be annoyed with me,
Yeah.
because you have the privilege of like interviewing them and those things. So like there's a couple of artists that I've had their numbers, and like Roger Krager, like more on the Texas side
Yeah.
of things, but like I would never, like, it's not like I
You're
got his number
not,
because we
"Hey,
were like
Roger."
talking or anything. Like it's
No,
just,
not like that. I meant like
yeah,
as a
but,
buddy, as a friend, or like
yeah.
oh, we should meet up sometime if you're ever in town.
You know, at one point I think like, so one of my first interviews ever was here. I was on air at KORA, but it was Cody Johnson. So that's been really cool to like watch his career. I never personally had his number, but I've like known a lot of his camp for a long time, or even band members.
I was like, you know Jody?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like we all partied together,
Yeah.
like here in College Station. And so that's been like extra cool as far as now, like
So-
you're saying, like the level that Cody's gotten to. So the very first night that I was getting the CMA with my partner Brent, for our morning show, the Personality Year, he was backstage and he was winning his first CMA that night. And so that was like really
that was
cool,
so
like
cool.
full circle moment. Like we and like Noe and some of his guys, like we took a picture together because like we have history. Like we almost grew up together. Like there's a picture and I'm in the KORA studio and Cody looks like he is 12. Like he looks so skinny and
Yeah.
scrawny. I feel like I look the same. I've always
No
looked, like,
tattoos
mature.
yet. No,
Yeah, like he is skinny, like little and like not as like filled out and like manly. It's super crazy. It was cool though. It was like he and his wife Brandy had come in and it was a Valentine's Day show that they were doing at Harry's. So they were both just wonderful people. And I feel like it's been cool to like, and you're happy for him because they're just genuinely good people to like watch his stardom. And I'm like, I get so excited, especially now that like, because I'm a CMA member, ACM member, you get to vote on those awards. So I'm like,
Wow.
I'm always like just so freaking pumped. Like,
Parker.
it's just incredible. Yeah, like it's just cool to watch that and to have known like forever ago. It's like, dude, this guy's good. And I mean, I feel like there's a lot of people that feel that way or have gotten that experience. I relate it to getting to see George Strait at these hole in the wall bars in Texas, and then now he's the king of country music.
That's cool.
I have always said that I felt like Cody was like the next George Strait of like for our genre.
Last
So
year,
I'm excited he's finally getting recognized.
I got to see oh gosh, no, I'm blanking. But you know I never lie. Young guy just came up.
Zach Top. Sorry.
I'm like, come
I
on,
love
guys.
Zach.
Where's my brain?
So I've gotten to interview Zach.
I got to see him at Houston Rodeo last year, and it was
at the hideout or no?
The rodeo. He got to play the rodeo.
Yes, he big stage last year. So I was thinking
I invited a few friends, and
he's a mess. He's funny.
I was like,
he's
what do
a
you
little
mean?
shit, like in a good way.
Yeah,
but he's got that shit-eating grin.
Yeah.
And like he's funny.
He was so funny, and I told them, I said, listening to him on the radio and everything.
Is he the 90s country
Yes.
sounding voice?
Yes.
Oh,
And I
okay.
said, this is going to be one of those concerts where 20 years from now, we can say we saw him when he played Houston Rodeo for the first time. And he came out and he like was out there. He goes, wow, I got to just tell you, last year at this time, my band and I sold 18 tickets to a show at a bar near our hometown. And he's like, and not all 18 people showed up. And he goes, but we played anyway.
Funny.
And he goes, and tonight we're playing the biggest show I've ever played in my life to 65,000 people. He goes, 1 year. He goes, this is just crazy. I'm like, I got goosies again.
It's bizarre to watch, like, because so he came through a couple years ago, and Bright and I, like, this week, this is like the big week where I've gotten to like the chance to interview a lot of artists. It's at Charlotte McCoy's Music Row, and she like coordinates all this, and so they like kind of, you get like 2 minutes max with these artists too. So it is like, people think like, oh, that's so cool, you just go see Maze. I'm like, there's a lot of work. Like we interview about 40 or 50 people a day leading up to the show. And like Brent and I would still wake up and do our show. Anyways,
oh my God.
He came through, but like we didn't know who he was yet, especially at our station. We were playing more of top 40, like Nashville country people. And granted, like he was getting represented and brought through that year. But like, it was back in the day, like at KORA or even at Coke FM when I was on the air there, you get to still see some of these up and coming Texas country guys because they shuffle that into their playlist on the station. Yeah. So we didn't know who Zach was. And sometimes it's like, I hadn't heard his name and we didn't have time to like look him up or at least hear him. Yeah. So you're just kind of like playing it off.
Hey, buddy.
And then by the time the next year, it was like, holy cow, wow.
Big.
And he was always not like, I remember him being fun and funny and like just a good old country boy, you know, and I was like, you're a mess. And, just that fun, like, I would love to hang out with you just because I know you're like,
he's a good time when he's drunk.
Yeah, just funny and just, I don't know, just those, I feel like sometimes it's just like those mischievous guys. It's like, not that you're like attracted to him, like, oh, I want, but it's just
the
like,
personality.
I think it'd be so fun to just
seriously.
like hang out with because you're just gonna be funny the whole time. Anyways, but it is wild to see like people blow up like that.
And about the Cody Johnson thing. So, Karina from Karina's Bridal, she's been on our pod before.
Yeah.
So she's best friends with Marcy.
Yes.
Jody's wife.
Yes, yeah.
And so we've partied with them a few times. Well, my first pregnancy, I was so emotional in the mornings, always.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I don't remember what radio station I was listening to. It was in College Station still. And I'm driving to work one morning and they're they had Jody and Cody on, and they were talking to them one morning about like, man, how does it feel to be nominated for this and this, and this? Like, what do you guys think? How does this affect you? And they were talking about it and how proud they were of how far they've come. I was bawling. I sent Karina a video and I was like, I'm just so proud.
You're happy for them.
was
And like, you know,
they just-
yeah, it's like
They
easier
started
to
from the
be.
bottom, now they're here.
Started from the bottom.
I was like,
That's funny.
I was like, they've just worked
Well,
so hard.
and I'm sure you
so
guys like, so Jody's little, their band on the side, Peaches and Cream,
Yeah.
over at the tap here in College
Yeah.
Station. Like, how many times, like, I've thought about asking, like, will you play our wedding?
That would be so cool.
But they're so busy now. They'd be like, and also I probably couldn't afford Peaches and Cream because
Right.
it's Cody John's fiddle. It's Jody.
Yeah.
They'd be like, no, like, you can't afford us. Like, so,
Karina will play the drums with them sometimes. I'm like,
That's-
you're so badass.
but it's funny. Like, when you have that special tie to it, you're also like, you take ownership too. You're like, I know them. I'm proud of them. That's my friend. That's my friend.
And then Rusty texted me the other day. So he went to go golfing on day after Christmas, or not day after Christmas, whatever day, Christmas Eve. I had to work. All of a sudden he texts me. He goes, hey, guess who I'm golfing with today? And I said, who? And he goes, Nick and Jody. And I said, what? And he goes, yeah, they placed us together because it was a twosome and a single. So they made us a threesome.
Nice.
And I said, how do you end up with the most random people that we know just by showing up on the golf course? He's like, I don't know, but it worked.
Got to get yourself out there.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, it was funny. Who's the top two? Would give us the male and female nicest, most genuine people you have met that you're like, they would literally invite you over for supper that night. They're so damn nice.
Lainey Wilson.
Really? Oh, I love that.
So, as I was kind of talking about some of these other artists, I think it was my first Nashville week to get to do those interviews, and she came through, and it was like, didn't know who she was yet, but I was just like, she was so cute. Like,
Yeah.
she had her awesome outfit, and I'm all into funky outfits,
Yeah.
clearly, but she had her bell bottoms, and she's the same. But anyways, I just remember telling Brent, like, she was really cool chick. Like, I feel like we would hang out, and I was like, she was just so nice and so genuine, and she is one of those people that, and I think there's few artists that can do it. I personally have never met Dolly or interviewed. I got to
Love
interview
me
her
some
sister
Dolly.
about their cookbook last year.
I'm like, she has
years ago.
great syrup and great chocolate frosting.
But
Bought them both
they're-
from HEB.
they like that people talk about it though, is that when you're around them, they make you feel important. They make
Yeah.
you feel special.
They're not
very-
the important person there. You are.
they're present, and it's like, it's weird, and that's like not easy to do, and especially if you think about the millions of people essentially in a year that they meet, and how many interviews and concerts and backstage stuff and meet and greets and all the stuff that they do. But I do remember the first time she came through, just thinking, because I didn't really know much of her music yet, or I
Yeah.
was just getting introduced to her, but I was like, man, she was really cool. Like, she was really nice. And then just a year or two down the road, she is like a superstar, Lainey Wilson. And she's the same, getting
Yeah.
to do like Radio Room at the Wharf concerts that we did, and at that point she was like exploded
Wow.
as far as just being a name that everybody, and it was cool because it was like, you are the same. She was just so genuine and so nice, and
And what
I
about a
don't
guy?
feel like it's an act. Oh gosh. Keith Urban
I
is
thought you were going to
Really?
say that.
he's another one of those people that people talk about, that he is just very present and very genuine. He
He looks like he'd smell good.
he does. Did you know that's a thing about him?
What?
No, but
Oh yeah.
like
so
Matthew
like I
McConaughey,
think
you're
his
told he
hair-
doesn't smell good, but
Really?
Keith
he
Urban,
doesn't smell great.
yeah,
I've met
because
Matthew McConaughey.
he wears natural deodorant.
Or yeah, he's like
or
more into
nothing.
the patchouli-ish. Like,
Yeah, oh, I hate patchouli.
that's cool, but like, I don't know officially, but Keith Urban does smell very good, and it's like a known thing. But like, I
Yeah.
asked him, we
So
were
his
getting to
hair
do like
too.
it's a cologne, I think. Well, he probably uses a
You
shit ton
know.
of product in his hair too. It's
Yeah, it looks like
prettier
you
than
could
mine,
not
like,
run your fingers through it.
but
Like it looks like
he
it gets stuck
he
from wax.
legitimately is so nice. But
Good.
I asked him, I was like, what is your cologne? Because we were doing like a radio room, so obviously you do the kind of like, hey, I'm like,
Mhm.
I knew it was like a thing. So I was like, what kind of cologne you wear? And he's like, oh, I don't know. I can't do an Australian accent, but and I'm like, damn it, just tell me. Because I thought I was gonna get it out
Give
of him finally,
me-
because it's like
give
so
me the
many people
tea.
try to ask him, and he's like, oh, something to go bought for me. I don't know. I'm like,
Whatever.
liar. You know exactly.
Call
what
her,
it is.
text her right now.
I'm just kidding, but
Text her right now and ask.
it was really cute though. So one of the times I got to interview him was he was playing a show, so it was like the Radio Room or outside, like backstage at the Wharf Amphitheater set, and his daughter, which is bizarre to have seen her, Sunday Rose, I think is the one that we saw, but like she's like a teenager now, and she looks so much like her mother, and she was so beautiful. It was so cool, like watching. He's like, excuse me a second. She was wanting to go like tootle around with the carnival with her friend, and he was like, it was cool to watch him go into dad mode, because he's like,
Yeah.
absolutely not. Like, you're not gonna, he was like that's kind of dangerous, but it was, that was, side note, that was really cool to see him like be in dad mode and be like, no. But he has been one of those people, and he actually talked about it at a country radio seminar. That's actually who I interned with in Nashville back in the day. When I said today, 13 years ago, I was driving to move there. That's why I was moving there. But
Wow.
he did a speech there. I mean, he was talking about that, and then he talked about his sobriety and stuff. But he also it stuck with me as far as talking about being present in the moment. And but I feel like he just kind of has a natural knack for that. But it sounds like, he had to kind of take that step back and realize like to be better at that. But like he is a genuinely nice human, and especially at his like superstardom at this point, he's like one of those mega stars, not even necessarily just in country music anymore, right? Like he's well known across the board. To me, he's just, because it was just a year ago or so that I got to interview him,
Wow.
and he just didn't act like I'm
hot shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I there's something to be said for that. It's like I can appreciate it. I'm like, I don't care if you're George Strait or how talented you are. Are you a nice person? Like, are you nice to be around?
Yeah.
Speaking of sobriety, who is somebody?
Not me. Oh, what?
Clearly. Cheers.
All these lipstick marks. No,
cheers, baby. Who is somebody that was drunk or stoned for their interview? If you're willing to share.
Sometimes that can make the interview more interesting.
Or
Like,
it's
is
a
it
shit show and you're
just-
like, can you
yeah.
pay attention? Like, quit. Don't.
Well, I think especially since majority of my career being on morning shows, a lot of them aren't.
Oh, that's good.
Because,
But you get
I
behind
will
the
say
scenes concerts.
it's kind of hard because it's early for them and they're like not fully functioning
Yeah.
because they're like awake.
None.
There's nobody that I can think of that was to where it affected the interview.
Oh, that's
I'm trying to think. Even in my like Texas nights with Mill.
When we went to
I'm like,
Coke Fest and Wetzel, he was very drunk on stage, and I didn't notice because I was equally as lit. And so me and my other friend, Angelica, we're drunk and we're just having a great time dancing and singing, and it's 100 degrees out and sweaty and rusty, and the boys are getting crabby. They want to go. And I'm like, no, Cole's not done yet. And he's like, we can't even understand what's coming out of his mouth. I said, I don't know if you can't, but I can. Needless to
Y'all
say.
are all speaking in tongues.
Yeah, I was like, I don't understand it. Every word is coming out of his mouth. Okay. I don't know what you're looking at, but I hear it. And I didn't notice, but Rusty's like, that was the worst concert I've ever been to. And I'm like, how? He's like, you couldn't understand him.
He was, yeah.
You were too
But-
busy
I
singing
know.
along with them.
But then when he came to College Station, every word, I was like, I was coherent for that one. And
Yeah.
he was sober enough to sing great. So he did
That's
good.
funny. Yeah, I'm like, I'm trying to think, but
now he's
there's
got
no like
This
big
cute little
incident,
baby
like
looks like a
nothing.
doll. She's got the cutest
Yes.
big eyes and like,
It's so bizarre. It's
She's so
I feel like this is the era of like all these country artists. If they're all having babies and stuff, it's kind of fun. Like,
one thing that surprised me in Wetzel's interview with Bobby Bone Show podcast, he was talking about Parker McCollum, and he was like, so, you're Texas country, Parker's Texas country. I heard you guys are friends. He's like, oh yeah, man, we text all the time, like
yeah,
pretty much daily or whatever.
Lisa, we know from Texas tour days, like they
Yeah.
toured together. Like
Yeah.
they had their
And he's like, we text all the time. He's like, man, Parker is the sweetest, nicest human being you'll ever meet in your life. And I don't know why that shocked me. I guess
Mhm.
I kind of thought like, he's the gold chain cowboy. Like you would think he'd be kind of cocky. He's the Conroe King, I'm like, you would think he'd be cocky and like, I made it, blah, blah, blah. But he was like, dude, he's the sweetest, nicest guy you've ever met. I've heard multiple celebrities say that he's the sweetest man, and they use sweetest man. And Rusty's like, that's strange for men to use the word like sweet when they talk about someone.
Well, he's respectful, and it was when I was in Florida. He was coming through, and obviously, like, he recognized me from like Coke
Yeah.
FM days and stuff, and we were chatting. But my coworker Kevin King, was the operations manager, music director. He's been in country music for a long time, like been in Nashville and all these places. And we were doing the kind of like the side thing to go talk to him before the show, and he pointed it out. And I guess for me, it's like a lot of guys do it, but not all of them. I think Cody probably does it too, but he pointed out that to everyone that he was meeting, he would take his hat off
Yeah.
to say hello and introduce himself, even through the meet and greet.
Yeah.
There
That's
was
sweet.
that, like, it was
Southern
and that's
boy
a big
respectful thing.
thing. Like it's not, but it is, right?
Yeah.
Like it if that makes sense. So
Yeah,
yeah, to your point,
100%.
like he is
But that one shocked me a little bit
Yeah.
that like,
well, he's got his little swagger, don't get me wrong.
oh, I'm sure.
But he is
but
a nice guy.
just like in
he's
my head, you're like, you're this player guy, whatever. And they're
yeah.
like, no, he's so excited to become a dad and
Yes,
just like loves
yes.
his wife so much.
Well, and
And
I think it's like
you know, that-
chapters for people
yay.
too, right? Like it's like
Dude.
we're all growing up.
Like, what's something that a lot of people assume you have the opportunity for, or like what your job is all about, and it's really totally just like not that.
I think just in general, it looks more glamorous than maybe what it actually is, and that sounds bad, but and it's
More like a
obviously
party lifestyle than.
uh
But you're like, yeah, I have to be
yeah,
out late at this concert, but I still have to be up early at
I
4 and be at
so
my...
I dated this guy for almost 5 years early in my career, and he told me that it was ashy that I had to go do concert announcements for my job, and I'm like, well, I'm not out here like drinking and every night or whatever, and but yeah, that was kind of bizarre. So that was like
You
a
dated
weird.
him for 5 years?
There's a lot.
We all learn things.
There was a lot more that I stayed for that I shouldn't have on that one.
Yeah,
But
we all learn.
live you learn, and God bless whoever he's married to, and hopefully she's all right. But
He's just jealous.
well, it was weird though. It was like so, and that was like I think it a side note. I guess I don't know what rabbit hole. Here we go. But like it affected my career early on, and like
Really?
Because he probably said no to things that you shouldn't have said no to because you didn't want
that or
him
yeah,
to
it was
be
being
judgy.
I moved back here from Nashville for him
Oh man.
because he was like I want to marry you, blah blah, blah. And then 5 years like almost 5 years later, it was like
So,
but it's okay. It was worth the wait.
hey,
Yeah.
and the carrot weight that is
everything
too.
happens
Look
for
at
a
that
reason.
ring. You don't even got to zoom in.
In a long time. But
Oh!
but and everything does happen for a reason. But I do think like I wasn't as focused on my career early on, and I was putting myself last in a lot of ways. So side note on that. But I think the misconception is that like or probably you guys were shocked to know is like depending on like what market you're in and as far as salary, like the actual pay is like it is not as luckily there's a lot of perks. You don't have to
Yeah.
pay for the concert tickets and you get those things, but as far as like actual pay and the hours is really you gotta love it, right? Gotta be passionate about it because again, you're not making $1 bajillion unless you're like a Bobby Bones, you have a syndicated show, and like more power to those people. Like they've worked their butts off to like get there and do all that, but that's the only way you're making a decent income
Yeah.
in radio. And the hours is just a grind. It's like people are like, oh, do you like you get adjusted to it? I'm like, no, you do not. You do not. I mean, I never really did. You just learn to try to get to bed as soon as possible, and you just again you do it. Once I was up, I was good, but like don't get me wrong. There was always a couple curse words muttered when my alarm went off,
Okay,
and I snoozed twice.
one last question before we wrap up here.
Okay.
What's your favorite memory of all of your like radio time, whatever your like when you think back on like, oh, that was the best concert, the best time with that person, the best whatever, like favorite memory.
I'm gonna get emotional on this one.
Yay. I'm like, yay.
And it's bizarre because like I did get to go do some like insane things, especially in my time in Florida and as far as Nashville and the artist interviews and like interviewing the names of like Jelly Roll and Ella Langley and Riley Green and all the big stars and all that was great and it's fine. Don't get me wrong, it was cool. But like my most cherished time in radio was with my co-host Roger Garrett here. Like he was it. I mean, we still talk, not as much as I feel like we should, and I like want to keep that going. And we've talked about like doing our podcast together for fun,
so
just to like meet up, even if it's like once a month or whatever. But there is a special place in my heart. The fun and the magic that we created together, and like our chemistry is like I've never had it since with anybody, and like
The soul connection.
just like yeah, like we were just best buds. I mean, he's in his 70s, man, but I learned so much from him. I mean, we would just die. Like even I wish honestly half the stuff that was like off the air, I wish we could have put on the air. And like
You should text him when you leave here. Just
yeah,
say, hi,
yeah.
thinking
No,
of you.
I need to see what
Miss
he's
you.
doing tonight, but we texted a bit. But I don't know. It's just like that time and what I've learned from him, and like I said, just like the fun that we had on the air. It was fun, and that's like to me, it's like that's in
What
a
it's
way
all
that's what
about.
it should be. And So we're not done. Roger and I are not done. I know that for sure. But I do.
People will be happy to hear
We've
that.
been putting it off. Like we've been talking about this because I called him Boom Boom because he's a boomer, like generation, and then he called me Mellowlicious. So I'm like, I don't know. I think that's also
Boom,
like
boom, and Mel.
the different like perspectives of like, you know, him being a male and a boomer, and then me being a millennial and whatever. And just, I don't know, our banter was because we were both quick with it, and it was just fun. Like so I don't know. I mean, I guess that was like a time period, but I'm like, I'll never forget that last show. It was like we were like falling, and I didn't want to leave him. I was like, "Can I just take you with me? Like, can we go present our show?
Do you want to come to Pensacola? They'll find him.
I know, but he had a lot of life stuff going on.
Yeah,
and, and that was hard. But I hated to. But he was like, "You gotta go," and he said, "I'll never forget." He said, "You are too good to stay here," and like he helped me be brave enough to like go. Like, leave and go and try, and I had nothing lined up.
His wife was passing of cancer.
Wow.
So I, like, hated to leave, but I loved our show, but it was, like and he's not somebody that would, like, blow fluff, and to me, that meant everything coming from somebody that had been so highly successful and, like, a name like his for him to tell me, like, "You are too good, you gotta go. You
Go do this."
And, so to have that support and courage, the backup to be, "Okay."
He believes in me.
Yeah, and then to be able to go and go to a station that supported me and like get the opportunities and kind of get the platform to like showcase my talents and contribute to a team, because like I said, I mean, none of this, as you guys have probably learned, it's not on your own, but like yeah, so I'm forever grateful for that, as far as like him being like, to say you're too good to stay, like you got to go get it. And I do feel like I did, and I can, like I said, even if I never get back into radio or whatever I do moving forward, which like I said, I y'all got any more of that radio? It's like once it's in your veins, it's in your veins, you know. But I can at least go, you know, like I went for it.
Yeah,
You did.
sure.
So that's, I mean, my biggest advice to anybody out there is whatever field you're in or whatever you're thinking you want to do, don't wait. I mean, and also it goes by quick. Like for me to wake up this morning and heading here and to go 13 years ago, I was driving as a little intern, a non-paid internship in Nashville for country radio broadcasters. And then here we are. And I never thought I'd do the awards or do these things and all that's great. But I don't know, it's been a journey.
High five. I'm so proud of you. Good job.
Or being at a place where you can like, yeah, I did that.
Don't worry. My next period, I'll cry for you too, and think I'm so proud of Mel.
I don't know where I'm at with
to
that, but clearly I'm getting close. I'll be like, I was just thinking about our podcast today, and I'm so proud of you for going for it. Well, thank you all for having me. It's been fun.
Thank
I'm
you
so
so
excited. I was
much.
excited when you asked me. I was like, yes.
Thank you so much for driving down and doing this with us. It means the world to us, and we loved having you. You're a great personality to have on here.
Yeah.
So.
Well, come back anytime.
Okay, good. Gang. All right. Well,
from our chaos to yours.
Remember, you're doing better than you think you are, and you're probably funnier too. Bye-bye.